Let's get real. Most people are struggling with money, and if you've ever found yourself stuck in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, you're not alone. The truth is, there are some simple reasons why so many of us stay broke, even though we work hard. But here's the kicker. The good news is, you don't have to stay stuck in that situation. Today, we're going to break down why most people stay broke, and more importantly, how you can avoid it and start building a better financial future. It's not about luck, it's about making smart choices. Let's take a look at the top reasons people stay broke and how you can break free from this cycle. 10. You're not tracking your spending. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is they don't track their money. It's easy to think that tracking every dollar is a hassle or that it's not necessary. But in reality, if you're not aware of where your money's going, it's hard to make improvements. Think about all those daily coffee runs, impulse buys, and subscriptions you forget about. Without tracking your spending, you can easily end up spending more than you intend, and before you know it, you're broke by the end of the month. The solution is simple. Track your spending. You don't need to get too complicated about it. Just take 5 minutes each day to jot down what you've spent, or use an app to automatically track it for you. Once you see where your money is going, you can make adjustments. Maybe it's cutting down on takeout, or canceling a subscription you're not using. The key here is awareness. 9. You're not budgeting properly. Without a budget, your money is floating around with no clear purpose. A lot of people think budgeting means you're limiting yourself, but that's not the case. A budget is simply a plan to ensure your money goes where it needs to go, whether it's for bills, savings, or fun. Budgeting gives you control over your finances, and it's a vital step in avoiding being broke. There are plenty of ways to budget. You can use an app, a spreadsheet, or even the good old-fashioned envelope method. The important part is that you set up a system that works for you. A budget helps you allocate money for essential needs, rent, groceries, bills, set aside savings, and still leave room for things you enjoy, movies, eating out, hobbies. When you follow a budget, you get a clear picture of your financial situation, which helps prevent overspending and ensures you're saving. 8. You don't have an emergency fund. Unexpected expenses are just a part of life. Whether it's a medical emergency, a broken down car, or a job loss, life will throw you curveballs. If you don't have an emergency fund to cover these expenses, you may be forced to borrow money or rack up debt. This can quickly lead to financial stress and a downward spiral into being broke. Having an emergency fund is like having a financial safety net. Experts suggest you aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. It sounds like a lot, but even having a small emergency fund can make a huge difference when life happens. It allows you to avoid going into debt when the unexpected occurs and gives you peace of mind. 7. You're not investing in your future. A lot of people stay broke because they focus only on the present. While it's important to live in the moment, not planning for the future can leave you financially stuck. Investing in your future is one of the most important things you can do to avoid staying broke. This doesn't necessarily mean putting money into stocks, though that's an option. It could mean contributing to retirement accounts, saving for a home, or investing in your education or skills to increase your earning potential. The earlier you start investing, the better. Compound interest is powerful, and even small amounts invested over time can grow significantly. If you're not sure where to start, look into retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA, or speak to a financial advisor for personalized advice. 6. You're relying too much on credit. Credit cards can be convenient, but if you're relying on them to cover daily expenses or lifestyle costs, you're digging yourself into a hole. The issue with credit cards is the high interest rates that can quickly turn small purchases into a massive amount of debt. If you're carrying a balance on your credit card, it can take years to pay it off, and the interest keeps adding up. Instead of using credit to fund your lifestyle, work on paying off any existing debt. If you need a credit card, try to pay off the balance in full each month to avoid interest charges. If you're already in debt, make a plan to pay it down. Starting with high interest debts first. Being reliant on credit can make it difficult to get ahead financially, so getting control over it is crucial. 5. You're living beyond your means. This is one of the most common reasons people stay broke, living a lifestyle that's beyond their means. Maybe it's renting an apartment you can't really afford, driving a car with monthly payments that stretch your budget, or buying clothes and gadgets you don't need. If you're constantly trying to keep up with others or impress people, it can lead to overspending and ultimately leave you broke. It's important to live within your means. That doesn't mean you can't have nice things, but it does mean that you need to make financial decisions that align with your income. A good rule of thumb is to live below your means and save and invest the difference. Being mindful of your spending habits will help you stay financially secure and avoid unnecessary stress. 4. You don't have clear financial goals. Without clear goals, it's hard to know where to focus your energy. If you're just living day by day, it's easy to get caught in the cycle of spending without a purpose. Setting clear financial goals, whether it's buying a house, saving for retirement, or paying off debt, gives you something to work toward. These goals will help you prioritize your spending, stay motivated, and track your progress. Start by setting short-term, medium-term, and long-term financial goals. Make sure they're specific and measurable. For example, I want to save $5,000 for an emergency fund by the end of this year is a clear, actionable goal. Once you have your goals in place, it's much easier to make decisions that help you get closer to them. 3. You don't understand the importance of passive income. Most people stay broke because they only rely on one income source, usually their job. While having a steady paycheck is great, depending on it entirely can limit your earning potential. The key to financial freedom is diversifying your income streams. This is where passive income comes in. Passive income is money that comes in regularly with minimal effort. Examples include rental income, dividends from investments, or even income from an online business. While it might take some time to build, having multiple streams of income can help you break free from living paycheck to paycheck. If you're not familiar with passive income, it's worth researching ways to start building it. 2. You're not learning about money. A lot of people stay broke simply because they don't take the time to educate themselves about money. Financial literacy is key to understanding how money works and how to make it work for you. If you don't understand things like budgeting, investing, or even how debt works, it's easy to fall into bad financial habits. Fortunately, learning about money isn't difficult. There are tons of books, podcasts, blogs, and videos that can help you gain financial knowledge. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become in making money decisions that benefit your future. Don't be afraid to seek out resources and ask for advice from people who know more than you. Financial education is one of the best tools you can have in your toolkit. 1. You're not taking action. All of the advice above won't matter if you don't take action. Too many people stay broke because they get stuck in the planning phase. They read about financial freedom, they set goals, they make a budget, but they never take the next step. It's easy to get overwhelmed or procrastinate, but taking action is the most important thing you can do. Start small. Even if you can't change everything overnight, do something. Track your spending for a week, set up a budget, or start reading about investing. Every small step will bring you closer to financial freedom. The most successful people aren't the ones who have everything figured out. They're the ones who take action and keep moving forward. So, there you have it. 10 reasons why most people stay broke and how you can avoid them. The key takeaway? It's all about making small, smart decisions consistently. You don't need to be rich to avoid being broke, but you do need to be proactive. Start tracking your spending, create a budget, build an emergency fund, and make sure you're learning about money and taking action. The more you focus on your finances, the more control you'll have over your future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical tips. Let's take control of our finances together.